So it's too hard to have kids and pursue a career as an entrepreneur. We're going to talk about this today. Welcome back, guys. I'm Dan from millennialmotivator.ca, helping you learn how to create, engage, and inspire. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and click that sub button down there and the little bell. You'll get a notification when my next video goes live. I put up videos Monday through Saturday on business, online business, being an entrepreneur, digital marketing, trying to help people learn how to grow their business successfully online. Now, today's topic, what we're looking at, and this is one that I've heard come up multiple times now in multiple groups, is that you can't go out and be an entrepreneur unless you're either a single young guy, you're in your 20s, you're single, no wife, no kids, it's easy to do, or your kids are out of the house and you're willing to take that risk. And I really just want to debunk that myth. So this isn't going to be a very long video necessarily, but I felt it appropriate to do the video the whole time with this sweet little baby girl. This is my youngest little one, but I am qualified to speak on this subject as an entrepreneur with seven children. 6 beautiful girls, 1 wonderful boy. Let's go. Okay, guys, first rule of thumb is this. I hear so often from people, you can't be an entrepreneur and a father/mother, parent. You can't be a parent and an entrepreneur because children require too much time and attention. Let me tell you guys, with 7 kids, I assure you that this is a myth. Now, is it more challenging to stay focused on tasks with kids? Yes, it can be. But the reality is this. If you grow your kids and your family alongside you being an entrepreneur, it's not that difficult. For me, as you guys can see, home office, right? Just on the other side of that door, right there, there is a pile of kids that homeschool. My wife is there all day, and babies, dogs, you name it, right? Lots of stuff goes on. But the reality is this. Over time, people have learned when it's appropriate to do what in the house, and we've grown with that. So that first myth that kids act as a distraction, you can't have meetings, you can't have calls with clients, you can't shoot YouTube videos, it's just not possible, it's too hard with kids, it's a lie. I'm calling it. The reason why I think it's a lie, guys, I think it's less about it's impossible and it's just the fact that it's a little bit harder. And it's not a whole lot harder, it's just a little bit harder. So if one of the reasons why you're afraid to branch out as an entrepreneur is because you think your kids are going to be a distraction, I assure you they're not. Another perk to the kids being around though, guys, is sometimes those little distractions in the background while you're working can actually be quite a wonderful thing throughout the day. I know that when I hear my little ones making joyful noise out there, laughter and giggling, it makes whatever kind of day I'm having go that much better. So are they a distraction? No. Can they make you feel a whole lot better while you're grinding away at work all day? Absolutely. Okay, the next one that I hear is, if you have kids, they're so expensive, it's going to take away from your business. Yeah, that's true. It is a true thing. But to be fair, most of the people that I know that are hesitating on becoming an entrepreneur, if I took a serious look at their budget, where they spend their stuff throughout a month, I promise you that children would be the least of your worries. Anything from cigarettes, drugs, tobacco, eating out every night, movie theaters, expensive cars, just luxuries you don't need. There are things and choices that you need to make regardless of whether you have children or not in becoming an entrepreneur. Let me tell you, I am not driving a Ferrari. This is very true. Most likely never will, given the amount of children that I've got. That's a lot of tuitions. That's a lot of weddings for all those beautiful girls. There's a lot of costs that come with kids. It's a true thing. These little things aren't cheap. But neither are a lot of the bad habits people have, okay? And really, as an entrepreneur, I think a lot of the innovation that comes from it is, how can you make the most of your business with what you have? So, is it impossible for you to grow a business and start building some profits regardless of whether you have children, don't have children, have bad habits, don't have bad habits? All of those things are simply excuses that you're using as a roadblock. The cost of children won't stop you from striving to succeed as an entrepreneur if it's something that you truly want to go and do. So, are children expensive? Yes. More expensive than a single lifestyle? Not necessarily. Make sure you're focused on succeeding as an entrepreneur and not the roadblocks that are in the way. Okay, last thing, guys. Let's take a look at the last thing about being a parent while being an entrepreneur. Okay, the last thing, guys, is children take so much time. They do. It's true. It's a true thing. Children require time. And let me tell you, with 7 of them, it takes a pile of time to get things done. But again, we're going to go back to the same thing with the money. If money is an asset that people waste whether they have children or not, let me assure you, time is the same thing. How many people, I don't even have my phone on me, I don't think right now. How many people have a cell phone where they get sucked into Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you name it? And I'm not talking for professional reasons. I'm talking newsfeed, comment, like, newsfeed. Or if you're single, Tinder, swipe. There's lots of distractions out there. There's lots of things that we allow to have our time. Now, one of the things that I can guarantee as an entrepreneur with children is my time dedicated to my work and my children in the long run is going to show probably a higher payout than somebody who's striving to be an entrepreneur or thinking about being an entrepreneur without children who currently dedicates their spare time to random nonsense. The reality is this: the hours I dedicate to my children will produce a legacy. I don't know what amazing things my kids are going to do when they hit the world, but they will have been raised in a home with a dad who was an entrepreneur, who's encouraged them to go out and be entrepreneurs. And I've already seen some of the fruits of that with my eldest, my 13-year-old, my 10-year-old, and my 8-year-old all own and run their own businesses. Now, are they 100,000 six-figure businesses a year? No. Are they sufficient businesses that make them as much, if not more, than they would as part-time employees at a McDonald's? Yes. So, the way that I see it is, if you're saying children are going to be a tax on your time, and that's one reason why you can't have kids and be an entrepreneur, the reality is this, guys. You're probably not spending your time perfectly anyway. If anything, I notice the benefit of the time spent with my children and my business doesn't leave me a ton of time for junk distractions. It makes me focus on what's important. I know I want to leave a legacy behind me. That's these guys here. I know I want to help people out there succeed. That's this YouTube channel. I know as an entrepreneur, I want to help businesses create, engage, and inspire. And so I dedicate my 14 hours from the time I wake up at 4:30 until I finish my day at around 6:30. That's where my time and energy is. As soon as I clock out at 6:30, I'm dad mode until the kids go to bed. It's worth it, guys. It's absolutely worth it. Now, here we are at the end of the video, guys. This has been, 8-9 minute video. And this sweet little baby, we're not talking my 13-year-old or my 8-year-old or my 6-year-old or my 4-year-old, not even my 2-year-old. This tiny little baby has been able to sit on my lap through this entire video. Children will do as they are trained to do. This is a reality. If you train your children properly, if they learn how to do the right things in the right time, in the right place, it won't be some terrible burden on you. If you are somebody out there that has a child, 2 children, 7 children, who knows, maybe you've got more than I do, maybe you've got 12 children, and you're hesitating on chasing your dreams and becoming an entrepreneur because of your children, please, I beg you, don't wait. These children are not an excuse not to become an entrepreneur. Your children should be a driving factor for you to become an entrepreneur. You want your kids to see you striving to be better, to do better, to have better. And the best way for you to do that is to follow your dreams, follow your passions, go out and be the entrepreneur you know you can be, and don't let these guys get in the way. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video today, go ahead and hit that like button down there. Question of the day is, what do you think? Do you think it's possible to be an entrepreneur with children? Or is it impossible? Is it just something that can't be done and you have to either be an entrepreneur first or you have to be an entrepreneur after your kids are grown up and gone? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And as for us, that's it. Can you say bye, baby? Bye-bye. Have a good day, guys. We will see you tomorrow with another great video.